Hello students, we have discussed problems on PB multiples. Next is we need to discuss the problem on enterprise multiple. This problem is asked in June-July 2018 for 3 marks. The problem is like this, you can refer the slide. Moderna Limited's after tax operating margin is 12% and growth rate is 11%. Its reinvestment rate is 70% and its weighted average cost of capital is 13%. From the fundamental point of view, calculate Moderna's enterprise multiple. So what they have given is after tax operating margin is equal to 0.12, growth rate G is equal to 0.11, reinvestment rate is equal to 0.70, that is 70%, and weighted average cost of capital is 0.13. To find out the enterprise multiple, the formula is EV naught by S naught is equal to after tax operating margin divided by after tax operating margin into 1 plus G into 1 minus reinvestment rate divided by weighted average cost of capital minus G. See, this is the formula to find out the enterprise multiple, that is EV naught by S naught is equal to after tax operating margin multiply by 1 plus G 1 into 1 minus reinvestment rate divided by weighted average cost of capital minus G. So put those values in this equation. So 0.12 into 1 plus G is 0.11, that is 11%. 1 minus reinvestment rate 0.70 divided by weighted average cost of capital is 0.13 minus 0.11. So 0.12 into 1 plus 1.11 into 1 minus 0.7 is 0.3. This is 1 plus 0.11 is 0.11 divided by 0.13 minus 0.11 is 0.02. So we will multiply the numerator. The answer is 0.03996 divided by 0.02. So we will be getting the answer is 1.998 approximately 2. So this is the enterprise multiple of Moderna Limited. So now the next problem in the relative valuation is the problem which is asked in June-July 2018 for 7 marks. The problem is like this. So the next problem in the relative valuation which is asked in June-July 2018 for 7 marks. The problem is like this, you can refer the slide. The following information is available for Gamma company. ROE is 20%, cost of equity is 15%, dividend payout ratio, that is 1 minus B, is 0.4, book value per share is 50, net profit margin is 10%. So calculate the following for gamma company, that is PE ratio, PB, that is profit to book value ratio, PS, that is profit to sales ratio, then PEG, that is PE to growth multiple dashed, and value ratio. So one by one we will calculate by using this information. So first one, P naught by E1 is equal to, that is PE ratio, 1 minus B divided by R minus ROE into B. So put the values 0.4 divided by 0.15 minus 0.20, 20% is ROE, multiply by B means 1 minus B is equal to 0.4, B means 0.6. 1 minus 0.4 is 0.6. Okay. So 0.4 divided by 0.15 minus 0.12. So 0.4 divided by 0.03 is equal to 13.33 is the answer for PE multiple. Next is they asked you to find PB, that is P naught by B naught is equal to, formula is ROE multiplied by 1 plus G into 1 minus B divided by R minus G. So put those values in this equation. 0.20 multiplied by 1 plus 0.12 into 0.4 divided by 0.15 minus 0.12. So 0.20 into 1.12 into 0.4 divided by 0.15 minus 0.12 is 0.03. So numerator value is 0.0896, denominator is 0.03, answer is 2.99. So once again I will explain. PB multiple ROE into 1 plus G into 1 minus P by R minus G. ROE, that is return on equity, is 0.20, 20%. 1 plus growth rate is 0.12, that is 12%. Next 1 minus B is dividend payout ratio, that is 0.4. So divided by R minus G, that is R is written 0.15 minus 0.12. So we have solved this and we have got the answer as 2.99. So price to sales ratio is equal to net profit margin, NPM, net profit margin given in the problem, into 1 plus G into 1 minus B divided by R minus G. Put the values. 0.10, that is 10%, 1 plus 0.12 into 0.4 divided by 0.15 minus 0.12. 0.10 into 1.12 into 0.4 divided by 0.03. So 0.0448 is the numerator, denominator is 0.03 is equal to 1.49 is the answer. Once again I will explain. P naught by S naught is equal to price to sales ratio, net profit margin multiplied by 1 plus G into 1 minus B divided by R minus G. Put the values in the equation. Net profit margin is 0.10 into 1 plus G is 12% into dividend payout ratio is 0.4 divided by 0.15 minus 0.12. So numerator value is 0.0448, denominator value is 0.03. If we divide, we will get the answer as 1.49. So next is D, that is PE to growth, PEG. PE to growth ratio is PE by growth. That is this is the formula PE to growth. PE which we have calculated, that is 13.33. Growth rate directly will take 12%, that is 12.00. So final answer is 1.11. So PE to growth rate formula is PE ratio divided by G. So 13.33 by 12.00, answer is 1.11. So last one E, that is value ratio. Value ratio is calculated as P naught by B naught divided by return on equity. P naught by B naught is 2.99 according to the solution which we have calculated. ROE given in the problem is 0.20. The final answer is 14.